All right, Instagram. It is the hottest social media platform there is. It is outpacing any other platform there is right now. Facebook, Snapchat, you know what? People are taking action on Instagram, and that's what's great about it. 95 million videos and photos shared daily. Now, I don't know about Facebook, but people are spending most of their time on Instagram nowadays. I mean, Facebook is cool, it's got 1 billion users, but Instagram will get there. Users like 4 billion posts per day. That's crazy. That's what I mean. People are taking action. They're double tapping. And when people take action, they're visiting websites. They're visiting your link. They're going to the link in your bio and they're visiting websites. And it's very visual. Instagram is a very visual platform. Used by 48% of brands. Now that means all major brands are using Instagram right now. Even Nike, Coca-Cola, every single brand, and that number is expected to grow to about 80-some%. You know, that should tell you a lot right there. 75% of users are taking action. I just mentioned that. They're visiting your website and they're clicking, they're opting in, and that's what's great. I'm generating thousands of leads per day on Instagram. And what's great about it is not that many marketers are using it, so the door is wide open. Only 10% of marketers are using it right now. I was probably one of the first guys on Instagram to start marketing and selling info products as an affiliate marketer. I consider it an untapped resource, and that's why you guys all need to jump on it. If you don't have an Instagram page for your personal brand, you need to start one, because it is a gold mine for driving leads, and I've always said it. My Bitly account that I look at every day is thousands of traffic every day, and it's just not from my account. It's using other people's accounts as well. So even if you don't have any followers, you can still drive a lot of leads, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So where it all began, how I got started, that is the big question. 2014, July, I started my account, and it's a pretty interesting story of how I got started. I'll go into it real quick. I had a personal account back then. I had maybe 10,000 followers. I thought it was so cool. I posted my personal pictures, pictures of my family, the lifestyle. And we went out of town and went to Orlando with the family, posting pictures that I was in Orlando. So that weekend, my house was robbed. And I came back distraught and devastated. And I deleted all my social media accounts. I'm like, fuck social media, it got me robbed. I'm never using it again. So, we went dormant for a few months. And that's before I get into that. I decided to get back onto social media, but not with my personal account. I wanted to hide. I didn't want anybody to know it was me. I kind of like hid behind this account. And I just thought of this, and I don't know where it came from. I always thought of myself as a good teacher and a good mentor to my friends or anybody that asked me for help. I've always helped it and always been, gave out too much information. So I decided to start the account Millionaire Mentor. I mean, who wouldn't want to follow an account called Millionaire Mentor, right? So in August 2015, I just started, I hit 1 million followers. Took me 7 months. 7 months to get there. I invested a lot of money growing my account using influencers, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But I just started telling my story. I didn't make the Instagram account to make money. I had no idea it would turn into this. I had no idea that I'd be up on stage talking about it today, or even making money from my account. So that's what a lot of people do nowadays. They see my success with it, and that's all they want to do the Instagram account for, is to make money. Well, that's all wrong. You can't do it that way. You have to provide value to people, and you have to provide content and value. And I just treated Instagram like a mini blog. Something would happen in my daily life, and I'd write about it. Something would happen at work, I'd write about it in the caption. I'd make a little quote or a meme. And every day I did that for years, just posting motivational, inspirational pictures. And it just grew an audience. And I didn't even know I was going to make money selling shout-outs back then. It's a whole other side business in itself. I think Jesse's gaining up on me here. I taught him how to do Instagram, and he's becoming a social media influencer. I think he's got like 150,000, and people are already asking him to buy shout-outs. So it's a very lucrative business model, by all means. Not only can you advertise and endorse other people's products, you can endorse your own products, sell your own stuff. You can sell whatever business you have, because you have the audience. So 2016, October, I hit 2 million followers. Well, before that, I invested about, because people always ask me, how much do you invest, or how did you grow to 1 million followers? And it took about, I'd say, $50,000 in influencer shout-outs. I've invested more since then, probably about 100,000. And right now I just invest to do actual shout-outs with influencers for offers that I push, different affiliate marketing offers I push, including DA, and there's many others. That's one way I grew my list. We're gonna get to that as well. So there's the little chart. So I've built an email list of 360,000 subscribers in, I believe, a little over a year and a half. Now there's marketers that have been doing this for 5, 10 years, their list isn't even that big. That should tell you something. It's a gold mine. So there are 3 types of Instagram accounts. You got your business account, which are actual brands. And when you have a business account, it's when you link it to your business fan page. That creates an actual business profile. Now every one of you should create a fan page in your personal name and hook it to your Instagram account. And should be a public figure, because that's what you're gonna brand yourself as, to be an authority in the infomercial product world. And that's what we're selling, info products. We sell information. The second type of account is your personal account. Now, personal accounts, sometimes they hook their fan page up, sometimes they don't. But the personal accounts are celebrities and social media influencers and micro-influencers. Now, I'm considered a social media influencer just by the sheer number of followers. Now, there's also micro-influencers. Micro-influencers like my wife, she has 30,000. She gets free products to endorse. And even with 30,000 followers, people want micro-influencers to endorse their product. And that's how they get the word out. Big brands are not paying for advertisement on TV anymore. When you're flipping through TV, what do you do when a commercial comes? You go to your phone, you go on Instagram or social media. So that's where the micro-influencers come into play, and they're passionate and authentic about, and they're seen as a trusted resource in their industry. And then the third account, the themed accounts. So a themed account is kind of like my account when I started it. It was I hid behind it. It was a motivational account, posted memes, motivation, inspiration, and I get DMs every day of how I've motivated somebody to start their business, or I get testimonials of like, oh my God, you helped me so much. You've motivate me, inspired me to do things that I never would have done, and it feels good to get those kind of responses back, and that's what motivates me to keep going and inspiring and motivating the masses. So regarding the themed accounts, themed accounts started with kids in high school. That's how Instagram got big, and they created like these vision boards. So it could be a vision board about nature, or food, or travel, or fashion, or fitness. And these accounts, everybody followed them because they were vision boards. And they have amassed a large amount of followers. And these themed accounts run by kids in high school mostly. I know kids that are getting paid millions of dollars running themed accounts in high school, selling shout-outs to big brands. Millions of dollars on Instagram that these brands are paying these kids. It's crazy. So at the bottom of there, it was the more followers you have, the more eyeballs you have, the more impressions you can make, the more brands will use you to get their message out and get that reach. The more reach you have, the more money you can make endorsing a brand. How to grow a themed account? Again, content, content, content. You guys should be following Gary Vee and Ty Lopez. They put out content religiously, like every single day. They content their whole lives. They have people following them around, just creating content throughout their day. Those guys are killing it on social media, and they would be nobody if it wasn't for Instagram or social media. So, you know, anybody can do this. You just have to put out the content. You just have to, you know, put in the work, have a, you know, hire a photographer, go take some photos, get some videos, get you on, you know, on video, saying some quotes. It's really not that simple. I mean, not that hard. Anybody can do it. You know, you guys have to have that entrepreneur mindset that where if you see somebody do it, I mean, I do. If I see somebody doing something, I know I can do it. Just got to put in the work. So that content is going to add massive value to your audience. They're going to follow you just because you're giving value. So the type of content to put out: inspiration, motivation, and education. That's where the education comes in, is the info products. We teach people how to do stuff. We teach people how to run Facebook ads. We teach people how to set up a Shopify store. These are all types of education that we can put out as affiliate marketers, because everyone is an affiliate marketer. So this is how I grew my page as well. I put out videos, and I've probably made about, if you search, I think the hashtag is in here, MillMentor video, there it is. If you guys search that hashtag on Instagram, you're going to see thousands of videos that I have produced, and I just produce them to entertain people, to put out content that it was entertaining and it was viral. And that's where that little meme comes from. Successful people make decisions based on where they want to be. That's just one of the many pieces of content I put out. Now, people are going to take that photo and repost it on their profile and probably tag me, because they want to tag where it came from. And that's how an account like mine grows organically. Again, telling your story. Treat Instagram like a mini blog. That's what I did back in the day. I wrote about my story. I didn't have a blog, so I put it on Instagram. You know, I would rant. Sometimes something bad would happen at my work, or I would just go off. You know, something happened, like the customer's not always right. Fuck this. Just anything that happens throughout your day, write about it and produce content. Another thing you can do, which I started doing a lot lately, is media. In your stories, I've been putting just random articles. A lot of themed accounts nowadays are just, they're just producing content that's already out there, and they're putting it all into this little bundle that attracts a big following. And it's just content from other pages. So that's the media, news, publishing content you can put out. MillMentor video, and then come out with another hashtag called MillMentor News. MillMentor News was just tech news that was happening. Things, you know, Snapchat's IPO or anything that was going on in tech. I just put it on my stories, or I put a post on it, and people read it, and I putting out content. It's attracting an audience. MillMentor Tips. This is a great one. This is where you should be getting on video, and it's something that I need to do a lot more when I'm learning. You know, I'm up here. This is my second time public speaking. My nerves were like shot back there, but I've calmed down a little bit. Probably heard it in my voice earlier. You have to start putting yourself out there. Like Michael Force said, you can't be scared to put yourself out there and start acting as an authority. And I know people that just read up on a blog and regurgitate the content. So it's not something you have to create. Just get inspiration from other people's blog, and put it out there on Instagram, put it out there on Snapchat, Instagram stories. And yeah, those are all the pieces of content that I've used to grow my Instagram page.